everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of the Tottenham Way. With Tottenham Hotspur today, we face the trip behind enemy lines to take on league leaders Arsenal. We have 2 results to run through since we've last been together, so let's do that. So after the glorious 1-0 win over Chelsea last time around, we were beaten late on by Barcelona. Wasn't a great game, to be brutally honest. Very scrappy in places, with Robert Lewandowski grabbing the winning goal in the 85th minute. To be fair, we had goals ruled out for offside for Koulibaly twice in the game, but sadly we lost in the end. But we did back it up with a win over Manchester United by 2-0. Koulibaly and Richarlison with the goals. Koulibaly causing all sorts of havoc on the day. And it meant that Ruben Amorim was let go by Manchester United. So 2 league tables to take a look at today, as after defeat to Barcelona, we have dropped to 5th in the Champions League table. That was our first defeat as well. So yeah, disappointed, but doing better than we probably expected to do after 4 games, with obviously 4 left to play. We are in that top 8 position, and hopefully we can qualify in it to avoid a knockout playoff round. As for the Premier League table, we move into the top 4 after beating Manchester United, and our last win over Chelsea took Arsenal to the top of the table. Just the 1 defeat for Arsenal so far. Hopefully we can make it 2. As here are the 2 starting lineups for the North London derby, as Raya starts in goal for Arsenal. White, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly, Zubamendi, Odegaard, Marino, Saka, Martinelli, with Gorikez leading the line. As we start with Vicario in goal, Romero, Van der Ven, Koulibaly not playing in the back 4. Need to sort the numbers out. Spence, Bentancur, Udogie, Simmons, Sarr, Richarlison, with Lucas Bergvall playing in midfield. Mohamed Kudus back on the bench after international duty, because he missed the game with Manchester United travelling out to Ghana, and hopefully we can pick up a result today after the international break. We are normally a little bit slow after the international break. Let's see if we can build on the last few Premier League results at least. Obviously that defeat to Barcelona, it was to be expected that we would come unstuck eventually in the Champions League. We'd had a great run to that point. Let's dust ourselves down and go again, please, as Arsenal lead the way at the top of the Premier League table, as they do in real life. They will screw it up. I have no doubt about that in my mind. And when push comes to shove, Arsenal will bottle it. And I'm going to clip that and play it out at the end of the season. Let's see how we get on today, as it's Arsenal to get us underway. And Koulibaly straight at it. So we're playing with the 2 strikers today, just to try and confuse things, I guess. Just the one behind the 2 strikers, with Xavi being there. As I mentioned, Kudus was away with Ghana. Back early, I think, or early-ish. You never know with fitness levels with players who have been away. I mean, Xavi's a little bit tired, so him and Kudus will probably swap round at some point today, as Destiny brings bound Saka, and that's going to be an interesting contest. Do not book him in the first minute of the game. Let the derby breathe. Always the best thing to do for referees in this game. It can be feisty. Not so much in recent years. I remember my first one, I used to have to wear earplugs to get to this game because the noise level was just too much. So I go all the way back towards Raya, who is well out of his penalty area. Hopefully we can deal some damage to the Arsenal today. Martinelli, and Spence brings him down. You might not get away with that one. Another word? Yeah, another word, okay. Darren England. Oh no, okay. I thought Darren England was giving it a chance, but it's not. That's not good news, but we have got Pedro Porro on the bench as Udogie comes down the field, trying to get us going the other way. Zubamendi with the ball. into White. On towards Saliba. Looking over the top for Saka. Destiny's got to get back. Somebody's got to cover him. Bentancur is the man to do the covering. That's why he's where he is, as he gets the shot away. But it's an awful effort from Saka, as the ball is with Saliba. On to White. Plays it back into Saliba. Into midfield. That's it. Just keep pressing them high and trying to force the mistake. Miles Skelly plays it in to Odegaard. Looking through for Gorakez. Will he get a shot away? He will. Or Jokeres, whatever you bloody call him. Either way, he's got a shot away. It's behind for a corner. Zubimendi looking for Skelly. In towards Martinelli. On towards Gabriel. Back into Martinelli. Spencer's got to be careful. Kind of showed him up there. Miles Skelly made the run beyond. Christian Romero back into the centre. Jet Spence trying to make a challenge. Good save from Vicario. All Arsenal in the first 20 minutes though. Get a bit of encouragement on the field from me. And it finished 4-1 in the Premier League earlier in the season in this fixture. Wasn't a great day for us. Those days have been few and far between under Thomas Frank so far. If he's still in the job by the time this comes out. As Boval tries to play it into Destiny. Will he find a ball into the centre? He'll find Koulibaly with the header, but he can't get over the top of it. It's unlucky. First chance for us. Spencer's got the ball. We'll probably swap him and Poro around at half time. As he goes down. Martinelli, Patsar doing his work, but loses out. Martinelli dribbling it down the field. But Patsar doing his work, chasing back behind the ball. Got to try and stop the ball into the penalty area. And Romero comes across and deals with it. Oh, captain, my captain. Well played, sir. In towards Odegaard. Bentancur up against him. Are we starting to lose the battle in the middle of the park? Maybe we make a change at half-time in the middle of the park as well. Thought playing two strikers today would confuse the life out of them, but it hasn't really worked at the moment. To be fair, if we've not had the ball, it's not going to work. And you can see there, we haven't had a lot of the ball. It's got to go back in towards Bergvall. Looking early for Koulibaly. Round the corner, looking for Richarlison. I haven't seen Xavi touch the ball at all so far, by the way. Into Bentancur. Looking through the middle. Here is Xavi Simons with the shots. Deflected behind. As that is half-time in the North London derby. No, I'm not disappointed at all, really. I've had a couple of efforts on goal now, but not really enough. So we are going to make a change at half-time. We've been the better side. I mean, there'll be an argument about that, won't there? So we're going to get Xavi some help. So we're going to bring on Mohamed Kudus at half-time. Stick him alongside his mate. Put him into a free roll, because that's what I do with those two. Leave Richarlison on for now. We'll take off Jed Spence as well. And we'll bring on Pedro Porro. And let's see how we get on in the second half. Had to take Spence off against Martinelli. That would have been a fight he would have lost eventually for a second yellow card. Pedro Porro with the ball. And he has got more assists, Pedro, so far this season. So it made sense to make the change. Xavi will not get long though. As I say, other than the shot just before half time, I didn't see him touch the ball. And it'll make Arsenal think, because now there's a lot more players in the middle of the park. As we look over the top for Xavi, not going to find him. Miles Skelly playing it wide, looking for Saka. And there we go. Good challenge from Destiny. But another challenge from Zubimendi. Another one got to come in. Come on. Third challenge. Yes. There we go. Bit of fight amongst it. That's what I like to see. Romero. In towards Pedro Porro. Patsar. You could throw a blanket over pretty much everybody on the pitch right now, though, couldn't you? Someone's got to try and stretch the game. Here is Mickey van der Ven. On towards Destiny. Got Kudus in front of him. Finds him inside the penalty area. Can he get a shot away? He can, but he drags it wide. Unlucky. Probably should have buried it. Right, I said that Xavi wasn't going to get long to improve his performance, and he's not going to get long at all. We're going to take him off, and we're going to bring on Johnson again. Ole ole. By what? Uncertain but interested. I think that's a complete contradiction. We're going to take off Bentancur as well, and we're going to bring on Paulinho. Fresh legs in that department too. Made 4 changes before the hour, folks. May have gone early. We're starting to get there. It's Odegaard into Saka. Good challenge from Bergvall. Odegaard again. Trying to find a ball towards the back stick. He'll find Marino unmarked. Vicario with the save. They have a lot of players that can hurt you, Arsenal. I think that's one thing I will say. They have got a very good squad. Their squad is a lot better than ours. On paper, at least. As we're looking for Richarlison. Can't win the header, but Lucas Vago will pick up the second ball. Destiny. Needs someone with him. Finds Bergvall round the corner for Kudus. That's better. And Saka. Yeah. It's the trouble when you don't play with a winger. They kind of gang up on him. It's a risk we're willing to take. It's been working so far this season, so I'm not complaining about it at all. Xavi's trying to help him out there, looking for the ball over the top for Saka. Destiny back in his station and comes across and does a very good challenge. Have to be careful with Saka. Does have a tendency to fall over, doesn't he? Got it out of the way at least. There's no doubt he will go down at some point. As Gorakez is in behind, or Coquerez, and he's offside. I will get it right eventually. Looking for a ball into midfield. Miles Skelly is doing the inverted thing, isn't he? He's drifting inside and it's causing me a headache. Because he's completely out of position. Pedro Porro, are you going to go in the book as well? No, you're just going to be told to calm it down. That's why we took Spence off at half-time. Made sense to do that. Wonder. Good challenge. We'll see how we develop from here. Looking for Kudus. In towards Udogie. Back to Kudus again. Got to get beyond him. Does see Ben White off initially. Can he see him off completely? Yes. And he gets away as well. Tries to find Johnson at the far post. Headed away by Miles Skelly as Kai Havertz comes on. It's Tell to come on. That's an idea. Let's do that. Let's bring Tell on. Because Richarlison has done very little. Just wondering if I do that. Will that really make them think? Yes. I think it will. Let's try that. Slight tweak to the formation, pretty much matching Arsenal up now, which is good. Let's see what happens in the final 15 minutes. Goalless draw is a very rare thing in a North London derby. It's not happened for a very long time. Porro into Romero. In towards Van der Ven. Looking for Bergvall. Into Udogie, up the line for Kudus. What can he do with it? Mohamed Kudus. He's got 2 in front of him. Trying to dance through, that's not going to be the way to do it. Just hack Saka down, I love it. Deserves all that treatment. He does, Bukayo Saka. Here comes Kudus again. Now Destiny's on the overlap this time. Makes it more interesting. Feed him through. Oh, it's a nice little touch, but it's not the greatest of balls to him. As Arsenal brings somebody on, but I'm not sure who. Hikapi. Okay. Cappy's gone to left back. Calafiore's come on as well. They've changed a few things around of Arsenal, but it just shows the strength they've got to do that. Trossard is on as well. He's trying to get beyond Pedro Porro. No dice. Pedro will go into the book this time. It's not been that sort of game, but it has been scrappy with the fouls. I will say that. Mostly from us, to be fair. I like it though. Like they're a little bit ugly. Football's a pretty game at times with pretty passing and pretty, but you've got to do the dirty work as well. And that's something that can be levelled to a Tottenham team, that they don't do the dirty work. 4 minutes plus added time to come. As the ball goes in towards the back stick, it's headed away, it's picked up by Odegaard and he fires it over the top, thankfully. I think Vicario would have had it covered. I'll take a point at the Emirates. We don't very rarely get anything from this place anymore. 2010 was the last time that Tottenham won at the Emirates in the Premier League, should be said. Did win there in the Carabao Cup. And Dele Alli scored that lovely chip. But yeah, last time we won there, Yunus Kabul was on the score sheet, which tells you Yunus Kabul has been gone for an awful long time. And Saka's going to get a yellow card, is he? No, he's just going to have a talking to. Dishes it out. Can't take it. As we have 4 added minutes. And Arsenal have a free kick. Going towards the back stick, looking for Kai Havertz. He's headed it across the front of goal, and Lucas Bergvall has stopped it going in because there was an Arsenal player right behind him who was about to head that in. Still not over. We kind of rise as one, but it does get out of the penalty area, but not away. Odegaard looking for a ball into the penalty area, and it should be picked up by Brennan Johnson. No, Hikapi beats him to it. Miles Skelly. A good challenge from Pedro Porro. Just be careful. Leave him on the ground. As I say, I'll take my point at this point. Calafiori's down. And Tell's going to be booked as well. I mean, we've got, what, that's our fourth booking of the game? All for little niggly challenges. Nothing major. We need to improve our fortunes in front of goal. With time up, that message is far too late. But Johnson will go down. And Arsenal keep the ball. All right, then. Fine. Be that way. Havertz, if they score now, I'm going to be livid. Because that was a foul. No, it finishes 0-0. Arsenal 0, Tottenham 0. Not a classic. Very cagey. Very like a boxing match. You punch me, I punch you. And we just all stay on our feet come the end of it. Yeah, a draw at the Emirates is a good point for us. And I think it says something when the title of the piece is Arsenal labour to a draw. Obviously, it mentions about the succession of fouls, which I did. Struggled to get hold of the ball, which we did. And yeah, they just kept being offside. In other news, Johan Laag has been linked with the manager's job at Watford. I'm just going to show you. I mean, it would be an interesting fit. He's not really a manager, is he? I don't think he's been a technical director. He's been a director of football. I mean, managed back in 2013 for half a season by the looks of it. Yeah. All right. Interesting. So it's one of those weird days in the Premier League where there was only one 3 o'clock kickoff. Our game finished 0-0, as you know. Newcastle and Manchester City drew 2-2. Manchester United beat Everton by 2-1. Brentford beat Brighton 2-1. And Leeds and Aston Villa drew 1 each. So with just Saturday's games in the book, Arsenal still lead the way by a point now over Chelsea. We still 5 points behind them. In 4th place, Aston Villa didn't take advantage of us not winning. Brentford moved up to 6th with their win. Everton dropped down. Liverpool move up into 8th spot. Manchester United are up into 14th with their win, but they do have a lot of sides below them who haven't played yet. And speaking of Liverpool, we are going to come back for that game next time around. In the past, it has been a cracker, and hopefully it will do the same this time around. So we'll take on Ajax, we'll take on Fulham, Newcastle, Brentford, Galatasaray, Nottingham Forest, and that quarter-final with Burnley in the Carabao Cup. And yeah, we'll wrap it all up and come back for that game with Liverpool. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.